Monsters vs. Heroes Victorian Nightmares. This was the first volume of the Monsters vs. Heroes system, the first game in the line, published by Ares. And now we have a sequel being presented here at Gen Con 2019, which is Monsters vs. Heroes Cthulhu Mythos. And since I am a huge Lovecraft fan, I'm definitely very excited about this new chapter in the saga. Roberto is being kind enough to tell us about the game.
Yeah, the game is a 2 to 8 players game with very simple mechanics, but very challenging, with a very nice bluffing element, combinatorial element due to the special effect of the cards. And so the basic concept is that every player will play secretly with a role as either a monsters player or as a heroes player. Of course, the identity of your faction is hidden, so each player is assigned a role at the beginning of the game, and it's unknown to the other players. This identity card on top of your faction will also give you an indication of a special bonus that you can achieve if you get some specific characters in the game. The concept of the game, you will have a very limited hand of cards, and you have cards in this set which are inspired by two traditional, two very famous Lovecraft novels. I can leave you to guess which ones. This is the first deck.
Okay, yeah, we are on the Mountains of Madness.
Bravo.
Grazie.
Second set is even easier one, possibly.
Oh, let me know. It has to do with calling somebody. The phone call
really?
of Cthulhu. Oh no, see?
Almost.
Where are we? Oh yeah, okay. I'm on the fish people.
Down which.
And so these cards have symbols here, and then a special effect, and a number of symbols.
Exactly.
How do those activate?
So what happens here? So each turn is super simple. You either draw a card or you play a card. When you play a card, you must play it in front of you and activate the effect, which most of the time involves, say, like discarding an opponent card, moving a card from an opponent to another opponent, taking away a card from your opponent and adding it in front of you. So you manipulate the cards which are in front of the players. By playing the card, you have its effect, but you also make the card a part of your lineup. And as you see, there are cards which will give points to the heroes players if they are in their lineup at the end of the game, so when the deck runs out of cards, and cards which will give points to the monsters players. So at the end of the game, you will win based on the number of cards in front of you which are from your own faction, minus the points of the cards in front of you which are from the opposite faction. So this means that there is a very strong bluffing element, of course, because if the other players can simply predict if you are playing with the heroes or you're playing with the monsters, then they can really prevent you from building up a lineup of characters from your factions. So as long as you can, you're trying to bluff your way into the game, leaving the other players in the dark about the factions you're playing in, but still using the effects to the most, trying to understand what the other players are doing. And in the end, the purpose is to have as many characters of your own faction in front of you, but without making the other players guess who you really are. So sometimes you get stuck with your evil plan because, okay, I will pretend to do this and that, and then some cards which is key to your plan gets stolen from you. So it's been a combinatorial game with a lot of different effects. There's a lot of unexpected twists and turns that can happen.
And how long does it take to play typically?
It's very fast. You can make the game a little longer or shorter depending on how many cards you put in the deck, because you can play with one deck with 2 to 4 players, or you can play with 2 decks with say 4 to 8 players. So if you play a 3-player game with just one deck, it can be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you play, say, 3-player games with 2 decks, can be like 20, 30 minutes, but it's still very fast. And the funny thing is that you can actually combine everything. Each deck has its own specific theme and some specific mechanics inside, but each deck can be combined with another deck. So you can play with 2 decks from the Cthulhu Mythos, but you can as well play with 1 deck from the Cthulhu Mythos or 1 deck with Victorian Nightmares. And in fact, the new set also includes deck building rules. So if you own both Cthulhu Mythos and Victorian Nightmares, you can create your own deck, and instead of playing from a common deck, just following the normal rules, each player can create his own deck to play from.
Excellent. Thank you, Alberto.
You're welcome.